Hello, and welcome to the best fucking podcast in the world. I'm JD. Unfortunately, Lloyd can't be with us today due to a bad bout of the flu. But instead, we managed to bring in...
The buffet.
The buffet.
Well, part of the buffet.
So if you guys want to sound off...
Hi, I'm Brina Joy. I'm the female vocalist.
I'm Johnny Vincent. I play percussion, sing, guitar, the shaker. The cowbell.
Don't forget the cowbell. Hi, I'm Al Casey. I play the banjo and the keyboards, and I do backup vocals. Play the shaker and tambourine. No cowbell, though.
Right.
No cowbell.
So just so everybody knows that's out there, how big is the band? Because I've seen you guys before, and it's a lot more than just the three of you.
Yes, there's seven.
There's seven.
And the plan was all seven of us to be here right now, but unfortunately other things got in the way. So
yeah. That's got to be hard to coordinate at the best of times.
Yes.
Well, as we said, we all wanted to be here.
It can be tricky.
Yeah. So basically, we've got vocals here, we've got guitar here, we've got some percussions here. What are everybody else's role in the band? Like, just to give everybody sort of an idea of, how we're looking at. Like,
well, our guitar player is right here. He just showed up.
Speaking of coordination.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Chad Rompf on the drums. Greasy B does the rapping parts.
Right.
Tim Malcolm plays bass.
There's Lewis.
Doc Lewis.
The newest member of the buffet.
Yeah, plays guitar. Did I forget somebody?
That's it for
That's
now.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Greasy B
now.
wants to do horns again and
Yeah.
the whole,
Right.
saxophone.
He wants to add I think he wants to add another vocalist too.
Right, because I've seen you play before. I think I saw you at the Distortion. I mean, I think you were playing trumpet.
No,
That was
Al
somebody
Powell.
else.
That was Al was playing trumpet and trombone. You were.
I was doing
Your
the
keys,
percussion.
you were...
You always change.
It's tough to keep track, but I mean, and it's good. I mean, you have two vocalists, one male, one female, and it's a different sound. Like, how would you guys describe your sound?
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Eclectic.
Eclectic?
That's what I would say. It's eclectic. It's a lot of sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the band name describes
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
the buffet.
That's what I was
It's
gonna
kind of a musical buffet. There's flavors of everything.
Right.
And just all clustered in together.
And certain times, well, me being in so many bands and stuff that I can't make it or whatever, that they'll play a heavier set. Or there has been a while there that every show was with different members,
Right.
Yeah.
but they still play.
Right. So does that happen often where the sound shifts? Like, I mean, if I show up to the buffet show, I could get a different buffet kind of feel.
Yes.
and-
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you play at like the Distortion, when you're playing with metal bands,
Right.
we try and heavy up our set a bit too, right? Then when we do our own shows with, well, not say lighter bands, but not metal,
Yeah.
that we're on the funky side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So with such a large group, I mean, 7 guys, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. 7 guys.
Yeah.
How do you go about writing your stuff?
Actually, before it's been Tim that comes up with the ideas, and then it starts
Right.
as a small group, and then we start expanding on it. And
I think more recently, Lewis and Grease have been writing some new riffs and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you write them and sort of bring them to the table, and then you all sit down and put your spin on it, or is it is there a bit more of a foundation that and then just kind of fill around that?
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to describe it, is that like somebody will write something and then bring it to the group. Because if we'd all sit there and try to write it together, then it's just a clusterfuck, right?
and somebody starts talking, and people starts talking amongst themselves, and next thing you know, it's like,
And nobody listens to the talking stick. Nobody.
yes.
Try to
You have a talking
We
stick?
do.
We tried.
You tried.
Yeah. It's broken already.
Actually, it broke the first night.
Yeah,
I
it did. Like 5 minutes after we made it.
So obviously there's it can be difficult obviously when you're together as a group to.
Yeah, but once we get it all together and it just gels.
Yeah.
We don't complain and but everybody's got an opinion, but it's always making
Right.
it better, right?
Yeah, trying to better it rather than just critiquing or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So you guys have an album out currently?
No, we're still working on that.
You're still working on that. So
Yeah.
what stage are you?
Well, we did the drums, the bass. I did my guitar parts, my percussion parts, and then we ran into an issue with our old guitar player, Dwight. He had some family issues,
Right.
you know, and family comes first, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of put us back, but now we got Lewis in the band full time.
Right.
We just had a whole bunch of shows and just getting up the par for the set, our set, and all the songs and blah blah. So we're gonna start recording right away
This
again.
week.
This week.
I thought that already happened this week.
No, this week was St. Patrick's Day,
Right.
and
I was busy.
there's lots going on. Plus, you need your R&R too, right? Like,
Right.
it's also good to get away from everybody too for a couple
Right.
of days. It's, you know.
'Cause
Yeah.
I know a couple of you are in multiple projects as well. Like, I don't know if you're all, sort of different projects kind of through and through. So, I mean, that must add a dynamic as well that, when you're playing one, you're not playing, obviously, the other, right? So,
Right.
Well, Johnny did actually
Yes, last
He
week.
played Burning Daisy. He did jam with us and Burning Daisy, and then played with
Burning
both of us
Daisy
that
at
night.
Dickens, and then rushed to
Yeah.
the Beggar and played the buffet set. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I was beat.
I actually can't. I can relate to that sprint. Like I'll shoot a show at the Dome, and then I'll have to be at McEwen Hall, and it's kind of a track meet. But that's just with camera equipment. I can't imagine what that's like. With, especially with the buffet stuff, because you're playing multiple instruments as well. I imagine they off some of that in for you. And
Yeah, but at least I have lots of gear that, I went to the Beggar and loaded my stuff there, and then I'll have to bring my other guitar and my pedals to the other show, and then as soon as I finish that show, pack up my stuff, get back to the Beggar. Right.
yeah,
But
Do something with him.
yeah. You just want to grab the door. She'll make her noise, and that'll be it.
there we go.
So yeah. So you just had a show, I think, last week with Cowpuncher. And Stone Union and
What was your friend's?
Free the Cynics.
Free the Cynics.
Yeah.
So, and that was at
That was at Dickens.
Dickens.
But
And how was that? Like,
when we first got there was probably 5 people, but by the end of the Burning Daisy set, it was pretty packed, and
Right.
after that I left, so I don't know.
yeah,
I hear, Boyko is saying it was nothing but hipsters.
right.
Yeah, the beards,
Plaid
the
shirts.
Plaid
shirts, the tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, comes
It is-
with the territory.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it is what it is. Right.
So you describe your sound as eclectic. So I'm going to ask you. We'll go around the table here. I want you to name off 2, 3 of probably, I would say, most influential bands on you or most influential albums in your life, and why.
All right. 2 or 3, hey? Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick.
Oh, I
Okay.
love Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Love Cheap Trick. They're great. AC/DC and Bob Dylan the band. That
Okay.
sort of, yeah.
It's eclectic in itself.
Yeah.
For me, I guess I don't know if this is about the buffet or not, but like my favorite album growing up was Appetite for Destruction, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and the third one's kind of tough. I was a big James Addiction fan too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Stole
good.
my answer.
Yeah. But which album though? Nothing shocking. Okay. I don't know. I was more a Ritual, Day-Lo,
Yeah.
Habitual album. You wanna?
Sure, yeah, James Addiction for
You
sure.
might want to jump
Gotta
down
get right
there.
in there.
Yeah.
And then Tool, Undertow,
Tool. Okay. Yeah.
and probably anything by Radiohead. Everything by Radiohead.
Right. Al.
Yeah, it was. I was really into Pearl Jam when I was younger, and then
That
when
was a good one.
Tool came out, that really changed my view on music. And these later years, I've been going back to like the old country stuff that my parents used to listen to,
Yeah.
like the Merle Haggards and the Johnny Cash and the Jerry Reed and
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Right.
Kind of been digging that.
What's drawing you back to that? I'm just curious.
I don't
It's
know.
not the first time I've actually heard that. Believe it or not.
I think it's age,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
The beard.
The beard, yeah.
It's the beard. The beard made him do it.
No, I think in my later teens and earlier 20s, I was kind of rebelling against that kind of music because
Yeah.
I'd heard it all my life. And
Right.
then now, getting a little bit older, I'm kind of learning
Yeah.
to appreciate what I liked about that kind of music growing up, right?
Yeah.
It's very
And the simplicity.
nostalgic.
Yeah, and it's simple. It's all very simplistic, and I don't know. I like the stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He writes a mean country song. We've got
Yes.
together
You write
and
a mean
written.
country song?
He writes a mean country song.
So we can expect some buffet country style tunes, or
Maybe not at the buffet.
Not the buffet.
I don't know. I personally think there should be at least one country jam because it is the buffet,
right?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We could like jazz it up and make
Throw
it.
some country gravy in there.
Yeah.
Country grits.
Grits.
Yeah.
Grits,
I want my grits.
Grits and gravy.
Which Grease will probably drink the gravy and throw away the grits.
Throw away the grits. No grits.
Apparently, he drank a liter of KFC gravy just straight.
Because
I don't know. He's greasy.
Because he's greasy.
He likes
He's got to
bacon.
keep up his
Yeah.
greasiness.
Yeah.
that's
I don't
Yeah.
think I can do that either.
No.
no, I don't think I could.
It's just
That
like
just sounds to me
stew.
like a lost bet.
Yeah. That's.
It's probably how it started, and next thing you know, he just started drinking it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good. Dang.
Dang.
It's filling.
So you just play the show. You got any shows coming up that people should know about?
May is the next one?
No,
We
April
did book that one.
29th.
April 29th, we're doing
Oh.
the Distortion
See, I learned something.
Beer Core
Beer Core.
birthday
Oh, yes,
bash
birthday
awards.
Oh, you're doing the beer corn
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played the Calgary Beer Corps Awards last year.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what band it was. Skymirror? They all went home. And then they were handing out the best new band, and they were like, okay, they're not here in 5 seconds. It's going to be the buffet. And then the guy showed up. I was like, damn.
Oh, denied.
So close.
Yeah, but they love us there, right?
Yeah.
We just got to not accept every show, so we're not playing there all the time every 2 weeks.
Become the house
Right.
band.
Right.
Become the house band, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to starve people too, right?
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing that comes up, especially in any music scene. Is I don't know what your guys' opinions are, but how much do you play? Because there's the argument that if you play too much, that people don't come because they're like, oh, I can go next week or the week after because they're always playing. Or there's the other philosophy where you starve people a bit, and it's sometimes that duration, if it's too long, it's kind of like they forget about you, right? So I don't know what's your guys' philosophy kind of on that.
I think the best way to go about it would be like to early on in a band, you want to play as much as you can just to get the name out there. But then after a while, you get to that point where, okay, the name's out there. Yeah, you can't be playing every 3 weeks, especially in Calgary, right?
Yeah, you got to go to town or something.
6 weeks to 2 months or 8 weeks is a
Yeah.
good time,
That's
right?
not bad.
Yeah, I would say that's actually some really good advice for somebody who is in a band that's starting out. Is get your name out there and then sort of start to ease off the reins as you gather that following, right?
Yeah.
And it also gives you time to play together and write and come up with new stuff, right? Because if you're playing,
if you're playing all the time,
you're giving them the same set every time.
Yeah. And exactly as you alluded to, you become almost like the house band at that point, right? So your next show and then nothing after that.
Greasy's trying to book some tours for sure.
We have one in June, don't we?
we do have a show in June,
yeah.
and I think that show in May is going through.
Really?
Yeah, he's re-added it to the thread a while ago.
Yeah, I saw some.
We also
The
have
thread.
We're doing Alberta Zone this summer.
we're doing
Okay.
a festival
Yeah.
this summer.
And what's the one in
Drumheller. I don't know. Are we doing
Badlands
Drumheller?
Boogie?
The same one we did last year?
Yeah. I think that one's on there.
That one's in September. I think it's in September.
Yeah,
that
early
one.
September.
Yeah.
It was Labor Day long weekend.
So I guess
last
we
year.
could basically tell people that there
We're
will be
around.
opportunities to see you guys if they
Yeah.
want to see you
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
that kind of stuff. So
Hit us up on Facebook.
yeah, check out the Facebook page. Obviously, you're gonna post all the stuff there, and
Yeah, Reverb Nation.
And on Instagram.
Instagram.
Thrive YYC,
yeah.
which
So,
is turning out good, but
Yeah.
that's another day.
That's a separate interview.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
And I
It
won't be
is.
here this time either.
Yeah.
3 interviews in 2 months.
Wow. You're
You're
Busy,
famous.
busy.
you're
Yeah.
a busy guy.
You're famous. Way famous.
So back to the venue things. You guys have any particular venues that you really love to play? Like, what's your favorite venue to play at?
I would say Distortion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dickens was pretty fun the other night because it's a nice big stage. Coming from Dickens, that was a nice big stage. Repeat myself. Then going to the Beggar, and there's 7 of us on that. It's big, but it's not that big, right? So
Well,
it
we're
was-
7-person bands. You're
Yeah.
not going to be
So
in
it
huge
was-
stages,
Yeah.
but No, Distortion I like a lot. Beggar I don't mind. We've just played there a lot in the last little bit.
I like that room. I like the atmosphere of the Beggar, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, it's a marked improvement. I mean, they've been around now for, 6 months, I think. They've been open in the new location where it's substantially better. Like, if you had tried to play the old Beggar with the buffet, it would have it would have been.
We totally did it. We made it work.
You played that stage with 7?
Oh yeah.
How?
Didn't move
Was
much.
somebody in the phone booth beside the stage?
That was me actually, but we made it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and plus we always have extra people like Simon from
Skyscraper.
Soundscraper.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and there's the guys from like Blades of Steel and like King Dylan.
Iron Lion.
Iron Lion
Lion.
comes up. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes there's 11 of us on stage just because of that.
11?
reason. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're all on the front, right?
Yeah.
You just
But with like
squish.
the old Beggar, that never like everybody would be on the floor.
Right. They would just expand sort of
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Because I saw you at the Distortion is where I saw you guys, and you were packed up there.
Oh, yeah.
You were tucked in the corners. It's got to be a bit of a challenge, you know.
Well, like there's only a certain number of the buffet that needs to be in the front. Like Johnny
Right.
and I can be hiding in the back, and it doesn't really matter, right? So you kind of divide the stage in 2 sections, where the front and the back,
Right.
And then you got those of us that are in the background, just kind of hiding out and adding flavors,
Right.
and then the singers and the guys that need to be up front, and, yeah, make it work that way.
Nice. So we never came to a consensus. Favorite Distortion?
Yes, I would say this.
I would say it's
I like the
definitely
Saddle Dome.
Saddle Dome? Saddle Dome's an interesting venue, though, because the sound sometimes in there is a little weird.
Yeah, it needs
Yeah.
to be packed.
Yeah, it needs to be packed in order for it to
Sound good. Yeah.
sound good, and it's showing its age, and part of the problem is, now for a lot of the bigger shows, they won't even they won't come in. Part of it is due to the weight on the roof, and the other part is essentially due to the fact that a lot of these shows now, if you watch, they just back the trucks right in and they basically unload right there, and the Saddle Dome obviously doesn't have that.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's interesting that Slayer didn't play the Saddle Dome, but
Yeah.
I mean, if they're playing Matt Hall and selling that out, like,
they're
actually making money, right?
yeah.
Well, and Megadeth played Grey Eagle
Grey Eagle
Casino, right?
Casino.
Which
Both
I
of
hear
those
is
were great.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
they
hear
were
that
both
place
great
is
shows.
awesome. Yeah.
The Megadeth show wasn't too packed. I mean,
It was
the
a
crowd.
Sunday
Really?
night, right?
Yeah, it was.
And Suicidal opened for them,
it's
right?
it's a big venue, right? So a lot of times it all gets kind of pushed up, so it doesn't appear to be as packed as it actually is.
Yeah.
Especially for a metal show like that, where guys are, ravenous. Them and Slayer. I mean, the crowds and Suicidal Tendencies as well. They just kind of, the crowd would explode, right? I mean, there are some people that were definitely there for that as well. But if you ever get the chance to play the Grey Eagle, that's a beautiful,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
beautiful sounding. To me, that's the best sounding venue in Calgary at this juncture. They have the best sound. They've actually done up that room to sound.
Yeah, I saw Slash there last fall.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was great.
Well, now CC Getty of Metal Nation Radio, he's got a contract with Grey Eagle, so who knows?
Oh.
We might be able to play there one day.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a contract to supply openers or
I'd have to talk to him about
Yeah.
that, but he's got his foot in the door anyways, right? So
yeah. It's a great venue. I appreciate it for what it is. I mean, I select my venues a lot different than you guys do. I pick it based on light.
yeah,
Right.
Photography, right? I like sound because I love music, but to me, light's first, and then the rest of it can kind of come
Yeah,
afterwards.
like the
right?
Palomino is a good place to play too, but
Yeah.
with the small ceiling and there is no lights, you can barely see the band, but the sound guy is
Yeah.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely, yeah.
but we would have a hard time fitting on that stage, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's pretty small.
Have a hard time fitting a four-piece on that
Upstairs,
stage.
forget it, and downstairs, would be just as bad as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's probably the worst load-in in the city.
Yeah, especially in wintertime because they don't know what de-icer is.
So, any festivals you do in Alberta's
Alberta
own?
Zone,
Okay.
yeah. And possibly the.
Badlands Boogie, I
Badlands
believe
Boogie.
it's called.
Did you apply for sled?
I don't know. I don't think we did. I don't know. I don't want to sound negative, but we're not hipster enough to play Sled Island. So
I don't know if that's the case, though, because,
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a look, I mean, Sled is an eclectic kind of collection
Yeah.
of stuff. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, being the buffet, being an eclectic music group, you would kind of fit in a lot of ways because it's not, you can't pigeonhole you guys because
Yeah.
you move about the spectrum, right? So, I mean...
Yeah, everyone plays it.
And
like
I mean,
hard rock
typically,
guys.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's metal guys, like Fu Manchu,
Yeah.
there's, Pentagram, all those kind of guys are
Rocket
in there.
from the Crypt was there last year.
I did not see them,
Yeah.
YOLO Tango, it's all these bands, kind of come as one, and they've got rap, hip hop, and everything. It's sort of a wide variety, but
yeah, I don't think we applied. Maybe
don't
we
think
should
we
apply
did.
next year.
I don't know. Well, see, we don't do the bookings.
right.
It's mostly Tim and
Grease.
Grease.
Right.
And then
Next year we'll
Dawn.
have new material too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Next year we'll be
Next
at
year.
Sled Island next year.
Sounds
Guaranteed.
awesome.
We have a goal for next year. now.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, if people are looking to hear you guys, see you guys, where's the best place to find you?
Distortion.
Distortion.
Yeah.
Distortion.
On the web, best place to find you is
Facebook.
Facebook, the buffet.
The buffet.
The buffet,
And
yeah.
what about music? You on?
Do we have any Reverb Nation on the go?
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
So Reverb Nation,
The Buffet 4, I think it's called.
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So we're pretty much out of time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Right on.
Thanks.
I'm JD.
The
And
buffet.
Lloyd will see you next time. And this is...
The buffet.
See ya.